What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, guys, we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Everton, in the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup, guys. Yes, guys, let's just get straight into today's video. So we made 8 changes from the last game against Brighton and Hove Albion. Talking about the starting 11, so we started with Henderson, Twanzebe, Bailey, Maguire, Telles, Pogba, Matic, Greenwood, Fernandes, Van der Beek and Cavani. Getting into the overall reaction now, Man United stunned Everton to secure a dramatic late win. Semi-final bound. We left it late, but we got the job done. We should have killed the game off in the first 30 minutes. We made it tough for ourselves. We got there in the end. Fantastic performance. Still unbeaten away from home. Well done, boys. I will take that any day of the week. Win done, clean sheet done, through to the semi-finals. Anyway, guys, let's just get straight into today's video. What did I make of the performance? You know what? You've got to look at the performance as a whole, and I always say this. Fantastic performance by the players. I thought we should have killed the game off in the first half an hour of that game. The game should have been wrapped up in the first half, and then Ollie could have started thinking about substitutions in the second half. I can probably pull off Bruno Fernandes and rest him ahead of the next game as well. I mean, at the end of the day, in this game, we did make it tough for ourselves in times. We had the chances in the first half an hour that we didn't take, which was frustrating and annoying as well. It really probably played on our minds that we couldn't put the game to bed earlier on in the game, which is sometimes does get annoying. In these sort of games, and I said this in my last video as well, where in these sort of knockout stages, it's all about getting the job done and getting through to the next round, really, into the semi-finals. I mean, coming into this one against Everton, we knew it was tough. It was going to be difficult. Again, obviously, because Everton had sort of picked up the form again. Obviously, at the beginning of the season, they had a fantastic run of form. They dropped off a little bit, but then brought that run back up again. They were playing some good stuff, Everton, in the Premier League. Obviously, going to Everton away from home, we knew it was going to be tough because obviously they had the fans in the stadium. The fans were going to encourage them as well. And you know what? Everton did have a chance of beating us. They just didn't take their chances as well. But I thought defensively, Manchester United did really good. I like Twanzebe playing at right back as well, but with Bailey and Maguire. When we always play Bailey and Maguire together, and because we have a defender that has got pace, we can sort of settle down that defence really, and it's not like we're playing with Maguire and Lindelof all the time. And when we sort of play with Maguire and Lindelof as well, that defence can easily get exposed. But when we sort of strengthen that defence with Bailey and Maguire, we don't really concede too many stupid goals. And I feel like when we have a decent defence with the likes of Wan-Bissaka, Twanzebe, Bailey, Maguire, Telles, Shaw, you've got all these options as well. That's where the manager's scratching his head thinking, who do I play? Obviously, it's good that in this game we came away with the win. Obviously, it was always important to get the win, especially going to Everton as well. Obviously, we beat them earlier on in the season. We beat them 3-1. And we knew it was going to be tough coming against Everton away from home once again. But we made it tough for ourselves, but we got there in the end and we got the job done. And that's what it's all about in the end, and we got there in the end. But, you know, we had the chances in the first half an hour of the game and we still didn't score a goal, which would have played in our minds thinking, how did we not score that goal? And, you know, Cavani had a few good chances as well. But, you know, fantastic performance once again, well-deserved win. Obviously, we left it late, but, you know, Manchester United in times always do leave games, you know, sometimes with Manchester United we do leave it late, and sometimes, you know, when you're in the game with like 10 minutes to go, you don't want to concede, and if you concede it's like shit, and then you're thinking we need to get 2 goals in a quick succession under, you know, a matter of minutes as well. So it's always important when you're still 0-0 with about 10 minutes to go. It's all about to score that goal, settle down the nerves, and then once you settle down those nerves, it's like we've got that confidence and that momentum and that rhythm to go and score more goals, and that's what we exactly did. You know, we scored 2 goals late on, and once we put that second goal, we knew that it was over, it was finished, and we knew that Everton were not going to come back into the game, obviously. But fantastic performance from the players, fully deserved victory against Everton. We knew it was going to be tough, it was going to be difficult, but we got the job done against a very tough side in Everton, and we did really well. And we did really well, and I'm pleased that the players we're into a semi-final now against Man City. That's going to be tough now, but we're in this position last year, and let's not hopefully we let it go to waste this time and actually win a semi-final and get into the final and start winning trophies this season as well, because we know that getting trophies this season is important as well, so that's what we need to work on as well. But I'm capable of that. We can win trophies this season as well. But getting into the game now, I thought first half, we started the half really well. I thought we started the game really well. We were the team that was dominant and we were controlling that game. We were the team that was dominating and we were controlling that game as well. We got in the front foot, we created chances, we got in between the lines, we played with high intensity, high tempo. We got in between the lines. We made it frustrating for Everton, but Everton in times defended really well. But in times also their keeper kept them into the game as well. And then, when we had those chances, Cavani had chances, and, we were just giving it absolutely everything. We were creating chances left, right and centre. We just couldn't take them in the first half an hour. I mean, we could have scored easily 3 or 4 goals in that first half, and the game could have been easily wrapped up in the first half an hour, but we didn't do that because we made it tough for ourselves, and it was like, how do we break the deadlock and get in front of this game? And then, so I think the first half an hour was a bit frustrating as well in times. We had the better chances, we created the better chances, we were the better team, but it was just unfortunate not to take our chances, and that's what it's all about. You've got to take your chances as well. Second half, I thought we came out, more of the same really. High intensity, high tempo, play with intent in our play. I thought we controlled the game once again. I thought, considering that, Everton had their home fans there in the stadium to give them encouragement, I thought United did well to sort of settle down, and I thought we, once again we didn't really create much really in the second half, and we all thought, in that second half, and we were all sat there in that game thinking, oh yeah, this is just going to finish 0-0, we're going to penalties, we can't see us scoring, and it's just one of those things where you think, we're not going to score in this game, we're going to do it the hard way, we're going to take it to penalties, we don't want to take it to penalties. And when we sort of, put the pressure onto them, and once we got our momentum, and obviously once Ollie brought in some substitutions, it really helped us as well, bringing on the likes of Martial into the game as well, and bringing on Shaw as well, and Rashford, that really changed the game as well. So once we brought them on, it was like, we're getting more attacking, we're going to be we'll have a little bit more fight in us to go and win this game. And we did, and once Cavani scored that goal, it's like, phew, thank God for that. We got the first one, but is it going to be enough to see out the game? And then we got the second goal, and you're just thinking, fantastic, that's it now, job done, 2 goals. Everton can't come back into the game, and there was not much left to play, and that was it. And once we got the second goal, it was over. And Everton did have a good counter attack as well. And we caught them on the run of play as well in that second goal as well, which they would have been gutted about as well. And but you know what, fantastic performance as a whole. You can't complain. Brilliant performance all round from the players. Thoroughly deserved it. And great performance. And we left it late to get the job done, but it's all about, we got the job done. And but we made it tough for ourselves in the end, but we got there in the end, and still unbeaten away from home, and we're really looking like a team now as well. So, and fantastic, win done, clean sheet done, and we're through to the semi-final now. Bring on the semi-final against Man City. Fantastic performance last night against Everton. It was one of them games where we could have had the game finished in the first half with the chances we created. Was there ever in doubt that we weren't going to take our chances and end up going to penalties? I think with the chances that we created, no, because in the first half we should have taken our chances and we didn't. And when you don't take your chances in the first half, in the first half hour in that game, it's like you've got to take it on the head and say, why we're not taking these chances. It's just like you're thinking every single chance that we had, we're just not taking our chance. And then obviously as the game was progressing on in the second half, you're thinking we're not going to get a goal, we're not creating much, but we're still in the game. We were still in the game with like 10 minutes to go as well. So you're thinking if we don't really do much in the last 10 minutes to go, you're thinking penalties it is. We don't want to go to penalties because it's not, because you get nervous when you go to penalties as well, and you don't like getting the business done on penalties. You're better off winning the game the way how we did it. It was like last season where we left it really late against Norwich as well to go and score a goal, where Harry Maguire scored to get us through another semi-final as well. We score these late goals. There's always that, you always have that in mind where you think, I don't want this to go to penalties, we need to score a goal. And if we can score that goal to change things round, we need that mentality there. I mean, everyone would have been thinking, oh shit, yeah, penalties, we don't want to go to penalties. Yeah, I think once Cavani broke the deadlock, it's like, thank God for that. You know, thank you, Cavani. You got us out of a bit of a mess. You know, thank you for that. We were 0-0 for such a long time, and finally we broke the deadlock and got the first goal. It's all about don't concede as well. And if you concede, it's like shit. And it's like we've got to quickly score a goal in a couple of minutes to get back into the game. Because when you get 1-0 up, and imagine if Everton got a goal and they were defending and we were attacking, it's like defence versus attack then. And then that's where, you know, Everton could have easily beaten us, but they had the chances as well, Everton. But there was always that message in mind that, you know, don't go to penalties. And but we eventually found the deadlock and finally got that goal. And it was nice to see Martial get another goal as well at Goodison Park. He likes it at Goodison Park, and so does Cavani. 2 goals for Cavani at Goodison Park now as well. So yeah, there was always that message in mind, thinking, you know, I don't want to go to penalties. And it was always thinking, you know, every fan was just thinking, shit, you know, we don't want to go to penalties. And but we ended up doing it the hard way, and we made it tough for ourselves in the end, but we got there in the end. But yeah, obviously sometimes it is a bit you know, obviously when you really sat on the edge of your seat and you're thinking, just don't go to penalties, just don't let me down. And then you're just thinking, thank God for that. It's a massive relief that we don't have to go to penalties. So yeah, I mean, there was always that ever in doubt that, you know, we thought we were not going to take our chances and the game was going to end up going to penalties. But thank you to Cavani, got us out of a bit of a mess, got the first goal, we got our momentum, got our rhythm, got our confidence to go and score more goals, and then Martial got another goal to finish it off, really. And I was pleased that that second goal went in, and that was game set and match, really. We scored 2 late goals to put Everton to bed once again. Cavani got himself on the score sheet. He has now scored twice against Everton this season. He's now scored 4 goals in 8 games. What are the expectations I want to see from Cavani this season, considering we signed him in October? Cavani's a top striker. I've always liked Cavani since he was at PSG. Considering he's like 33 years of age, he's still got it in his locker. His movement's quick, brilliant, he's skillful, he's got a right foot and he's got a left foot. Movement's unbelievable for a striker at his age, at the age of 33 as well, that he's still got it in his locker as well. I expect a lot from Cavani. I think Cavani is going to finish his career at Manchester United, and I think Cavani's one for maybe for the short term, and he'll definitely teach the likes of Greenwood, Rashford, Martial 1 or 2 things as well, being as a striker as well. When you have someone with the experience like Cavani that has scored like a lot of goals for PSG coming into this team coming into Manchester United, you're thinking, we've got that experience up top now. But Cavani, everyone wrote him off before we even signed him. They thought it was going to be a flop. He's not going to be a flop. Everyone just thought, taking the number 7 shirt, he thought it was going to be a flop. And the goals are quite low, but he will build on that. And obviously with him getting suspended now, 3-game suspension, that doesn't really help him as well. So he's going to have to play a catch-up when he gets back. But the good thing is, he's only out tonight against Villa, and he's out with the 2 games next week against Man City, Watford, obviously we probably needed him against Man City as well. That's now where you've got to think to Greenwood, Rashford, Martial to step up now, stay fit for these next 3 games as well, which are crucial for Manchester United as well. I expect a lot from Cavani this season. I expect him to at least get 15-20 goals this season. We're in January now, obviously we're in 2021. Happy New Year. I'm expecting some good things from Cavani, and I think we've got a great player in Cavani. And if he can stay fit for the rest of the season, I'm sure he'll meet the standards to be that top striker. We've signed a great player, I reckon. I think we have got a very good player in Cavani. Who is my man of the match? You know what, there were some fantastic players that put in a brilliant shift. Bailey and Maguire put in a fantastic shift, and so did Tuanzebe as well. I thought Pogba had a really good game as well, Matic as well. It was a team performance against Everton, definitely for sure. And I like the midfield with the likes of Van der Beek, Bruno as well. We had the options there. And obviously Cavani scored the goal. It's tough. I can't remember who got the man of the match in this game. It might have been Cavani. Obviously you have to sort of give it to someone like Cavani, who got us the goal that broke the deadlock and got us in front of the game. I'm going to have to give it Cavani. I thought he was fantastic in the game. Got us out of a bit of a mess. Took the chance that we needed. Scored on the chance. Fantastic player all round. Obviously there was that controversy whether he should have got sent off. If you don't have VAR in play, you don't have VAR in play. It is what it is. You move on at the end of the day. But yeah, my man of the match has to be Cavani. Got us out of a mess. Brilliant movement. Brilliant player, brilliant striker. With a striker like Cavani, he's going to definitely score a goal like that as well. How do we beat Man City in the semi-final? Now obviously coming against Man City in the semi-final, this is going to be a tough one. It's going to be difficult. Man City have always won this competition for the last 3-4 years on the go. So they've been bossing this Carabao Cup, EFL Cup for the last couple of seasons as well, and the last couple of years. And I hope that City can put this now to a stop, and hopefully this is not going to be their season in the Carabao Cup. You would think that City should be in the mix for the Premier League, but obviously that's us. Obviously we're challenging Liverpool right now as well. I think with Man City, we've got the chance again at Old Trafford against Man City again. This time I want to see goals. This time I want Manchester United to absolutely give it everything, 110% against Man City. We were too cautious in the first game a few weeks ago, and we should have beaten them because they were there for the taking. We never took that advantage to say, let's get attacking, boys. We've got that opportunity to go and beat Man City, but we've got that opportunity again now in the Carabao Cup, in the semi-final, and these are the kings of the Carabao Cup as well. I think we've got the beating to go and beat Man City, because Man City, the players have got fucking COVID. You're going to be relying on probably a few youngsters as well, the likes of Foden, players that not even played for Man City before as well. I think coming into this game, we have to be ready for this one. It's all about for us that we have to defensively do a job as well. We've got to stay on it mentally, physically. It's going to be a physical showdown against Man City, but I think United have just got that a little bit more quality and that little bit more sharpness about us, because our players are a little bit more fitter than Man City. I think we've got the chance to go and beat Man City this time. And back at Old Trafford, City, they beat us in this fixture last season as well, at home as well. They beat us 3-1, I think, but we should have won last time round. But we've got that opportunity again in the semi-final in the Carabao Cup. We've only got one shot at this, so you've got all or nothing against Man City. Obviously, Man City, great side, got great quality. Pep Guardiola as well, great manager. Coming into this game, Man City will want to take this serious. We've got to take it serious because it's a chance for silverware as well. I want Man United to get some silverware this season as well. I want United to succeed as well, and I want United back at the top, battling for the title again, and we're doing that right now as well. So we've got the beating of Man City. And Man City not having the greatest seasons right now, and I think Man City, we can beat Man City. City are a team where they stretch you out a lot, and that's where you've got to be mentally, physically. You've got to read the game quickly. You cannot switch off. The game's open as well. So, but City, they've got some great quality players in there. Depends if some of their players are going to be fit for this one after getting COVID-19 as well. So depends if this game's going to go ahead as well. So I hope it does. And if it does go ahead, then this is a great opportunity for Manchester United to beat Man City again, especially at Old Trafford. We've got that opportunity again to beat them. City, great side. But, I mean, we need to have that quick and bright start to that game. We need to be on the front foot, get in between the lines, play with intent in our play with energy, create the chances. We've got to get everything out the final third. We've got to take our chances. It's going to be important to take our chances in this game against Man City because they're always a great team, great side, and we just need to do what we've got to do. And defensively, we've got to play as a unit at the back. Don't make mistakes, and we can't afford to make mistakes because they'll capitalise. So we've got to be ready for this game, not only just physically but mentally as well. We've got to be in the right state for this game as well. Got to prepare well for this game. It's always tough against Man City, but I think it's our chance to get ourselves back up and say, we can beat Man City. We have got the beating to do and to beat Man City, and I think we're good enough to beat Man City. I think we've got better quality in there. City not been on top of it this season, so I think in this opportunity I'd like United to go and beat Man City. We've got that opportunity once again. Go and beat Man City. They'll be there for the taking once again. I fucking tell you. Getting into the goals now. First goal, Matic passed the ball to Shaw. Shaw passed the ball back to Matic. Matic passed the ball back to Maguire. Maguire sees Martial in space. Martial passed the ball to Cavani. Cavani controls it, cuts back inside and scores for 1-0. Second goal, Matic wins the ball back. Martial passed the ball to Rashford. Rashford runs, plays in Martial, and Martial scores for 2-0. Getting into the stats now. Possession for Everton, it was 35%, and for Man United it was 65%. Goals for Everton, it was 0, and for Man United it was 2. Total shots for Everton, it was 7, and for Man United it was 19. Shots on target for Everton, it was 3, and for Man United it was 8. Total passes for Everton, it was 328 passes, and for Man United it was 606 passes. The pass accuracy for Everton, it was 71%, and for Man United it was 84%. Getting into the substitutions now. Van der Beek went off for Martial. Talk about Donny's performance. Stationed in an unfamiliar wide left role, but showed some classy touches and alert defensive play. Much quieter after the break and replaced. Greenwood went off for Rashford. Talk about Mason's performance. Grazed the woodwork with a glancing header and had the other sights of goal. A live wire when cutting inside off the right flank, but didn't make chances. Tellez went off for Shaw. Talk about Alex's performance. Looked sharp, bombing forward down the left, especially in the first half. Provided some dangerous deliveries from corners, pinned back by Iwobi later on. Next up, we've got Man City. City, great side, great team, got great manager. They've got some great quality players. I think Man City are going to be there for the taking on the day. City, great side, but I think this trophy is not for them this season. Obviously, they like to take this one seriously themselves. The last few years, they've been a boss of this trophy as well and in this competition. But this is two teams that are taking this seriously, two teams that want silverware. City, are we going to see the best of Man City in this game? We've got to be defensively, got to be able to do a job. When we got the front foot, we've got to create the chances and take our chances, get some low and hard crosses into the box. We've got the beating to do, Man City. I think we've got the quality there as well to beat Man City, and City will be there for the taking. We've just got to be able to take our chances. We need everything out of the final third, and we just need the end product there on the day. I'm looking forward to a great game once again. City will be there for the taking. Let's take the advantage and let's go and beat Man City. I think they'll be there for the fucking taking. Ollie needs to pick the right team, put the players in the right positions. He needs to balance the team out right. The structure in the team needs to be right. We need depth in the team, and he needs to select the right formation for the game. So far, Man City have scored 3 goals per game. So far, Man City are conceding 0.7 goals per game. They're not even conceding a goal. They've only conceded 2 games in the Carabao Cup. United haven't even conceded a single goal, so that's impressive, especially as well for Man United as well. And we've just got to defensively do another job. Hope to see Dean Henderson in between the sticks for this one as well. The players to look out for is Walker, Diaz, Stones, Ake, Laporte, Mendy, Cancelo, Gundogan, Zinchenko, Rodri, De Bruyne, Silva, Fernandinho, Foden, Sterling, Jesus, Aguero, Torres and Mahrez. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. Be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to my channel if you are new. See you guys in a video in the next couple of days. And peace.